to transform my trading. We're going to be covering NQ chart for Friday, December 12th, 2025. And on the screen right now, you have the 5 minute chart of NQ along with transform my trading levels, which are these red lines, and the angles, which are the green lines. I also add the day session open, which is this dotted blue line, overnight high and low, which is the solid blue line. And the last couple of weeks, I've been testing the VWAP. So I've added the VWAP, which is this black line here. Okay. If you can add it, it's up to you. If it makes it easier for you guys or it adds any value, you have to test it for yourself. I added it and it's doing pretty okay. So I don't use it all the time, but I do look at it when it comes, especially around my levels and angles. All right. So let's jump. Actually, before we jump onto the 1 minute chart, let's look at the the day session structure, which is the morning trend was down basically, and as you guys could see, it was pretty heavily down. Then it found support at this level here, which was transform my trading support level here and the angle. Look at here. This one is a great, well, it touched the angle several times right there. Okay, so and then we were having divergence on the RSI as well. So this was an indication that the market is finding some kind of a support. And if you're in a short trade, you want to start, tightening your stops, or you want to, get out of the market all along if you had any profits. So, and the market did climb back up, and it climbed back up, and you guys could see it went up to the transform my trading support and resistance level right there, and the angle right there. It was pretty good resistance right there, and market dropped from there in the afternoon, and there were some good trades here, and we'll look at it on the 1 minute chart. Okay, and the regarding the VWAP, see how the market climbed back up to the VWAP. It didn't really touch the VWAP, but it almost went up there. All right. So let's jump to the 1 minute chart, and we'll analyze. Now I know there's a lot of lines here and stuff, but stay with me and we'll analyze this accordingly. When the market opened, right here, and I usually don't trade the market open. I let the market do its thing and give me some kind of indication uh, with based on my levels and angles. And the first trade of the day was here when the market touched the view up. It was right in the middle of the levels here. So the market wasn't over bought or anything. I took this trade mainly because of the VWAP, just so you guys know. This was a short trade right there. The market went down and did break the overnight low, and it was a kind of a fake breakout. And this was a good, and it was our angle right there. It was a good scalping buy once it broke the day session. I mean the overnight low right there, and then it went back up and touched the day session open. That was another short trade right there. Okay, and RSI never climbed to the overbought condition. It was playing around the 50% level. So that was an indication there were no buyers in the market. So it did go down. You could have shorted it right here, which was an aggressive short, or you could have waited when it broke this low to go low or short right there. All right. So market did went down and it found support right here at this angle. This wasn't a scalping long, by the way, if you wanted to take it. It was a reversal trade. Market was in oversold condition. Uh, the downtrend continued. We are below VWAP, by the way, and then found another support right here at this angle. This was another scalping long. Okay, and then it would play around here, came back up here, and this was a good trade here too because market touched our angle and our level several times, tried to break through it, but it never did. And if you wanted to have a conservative trade, you would have put an order to go below this low here, somewhere around here, and it went down. It went down from there. It was uh, 25 370 all the way down to the day session low basically. Okay, so that was, but I usually don't stay in a trade that long, so I take my profit here and get out. It all depends your trading style. So once it broke this angle, then it broke this level and angle, then that was an indication it's going to go further down to the next level and angle, which it did, and tried to come back up here. It never did and kept going down. There were some scalping longs here. That one, that was one. That was two, and scalping short right there and right there. Market came back down here again. Scalping long right there, above this bar right there. Okay, because it touched the angle. Look, it touched the angle right there exactly. It touched here, tried to break through it. It never did, and we are getting divergence here as well. So that's an indication that the market is starting to kind of bottom out. Then there was another short trade, which was a beautiful trade right here. It came back up, touched the level and the angle right there, and then it dropped to the day session low. And the day session low was at this level, and then it went back up. If you wanted to have a conservative trade, you would have taken this trade here when it made higher high than higher low than this low, and or you could have waited for it to break through this high. Okay, this was a good long trade. Look at the divergence on RSI. Okay, so market went up. Uh, there weren't much trades here. This was the long trade here. We would wait. There was another long trade right here. Look at this bar, right? This bar here. Okay, so market went up. Look at this bar right there. And then if once it broke here, we could have gotten long there. Another long trade right there when it touched the angle and it didn't go through, and then start going higher. And market climbed almost to the view up and to the angle and level right there. That was a good short area right there. We were in overbought condition as well. Okay, and then market kept dropping, and then there wasn't really much trade here. It was sideways market. You wouldn't want it to trade. The only trade in the afternoon was this long right there, or even this one right here. Okay, that's about it. I mean, it's pretty. You don't need like crazy indicators on your chart to make decent money or to make good decisions. Uh, I'm actually putting together a trading plan that I'm gonna introduce next week for those who are full-time traders, and I'll explain that in the next video. But this just Friday alone, you could have had several good trades, scalping most of them if you want to take, like 10 to 12 ticks on NQ. You could have gotten much more, but like I said, I don't stay in the trade. I don't have the guts to stay in the trade that long, so I'm more of a scalper. So if you guys have any question, please subscribe to the channel and or email me, and we'll get back to you. Thank you.